Hi, I'm Nicole Myers, licensed professional counselor. If you would like to know more about me or my colleagues, please check out our introductions available in video, audio, or text. Today's question is about staying together for the children. It says, I know people who stay together for our children and they seem to be managing just fine. Would it be a better choice to wait for our children to move out before we get divorced, especially if they're teenagers? This is one of those questions where you're trying to do what's best for your children and you don't want to make waves in their lives as you attempt to deal with the struggles in yours. So on the face of it, staying together for your children may seem like the best choice until they're out of high school and they don't need to have your day-to-day supervision. However, there's some concerns to happen with that because what you are doing is modeling behavior for your children as you're raising them. Do you want to model for your children staying in an unhappy relationship and what that looks like? You may not realize it, but if you look at what's happening in your household, chances are your children are noticing stress between you and your partner. That stress may come out in how you treat your children and how you interact with others. They may notice that there's less fun events happening in the household because you and your partner no longer want to spend time together. If those things are happening, it's going to affect your children. Further, if you're modeling behaviors of hating the person that you're living with and staying together for your children are more likely to choose that sort of relationship as they get married when they're older. In other words, if you stay in a loveless marriage that does not get better or no one works on it, your children are more likely to do so as well. On the other hand, if you get divorced when you and your partner can still work things out and agree to handle the children for their sakes, rather than working in anger to attack each other, your children will experience a better outcome. This doesn't mean, however, that if you're contemplating divorce that you should announce your divorce at your children's birthday party. That something like that could be very scarring for your children. You still want to wait until there's an appropriate time, such as scheduling a family supper, rather than a family event where people are supposed to be having a good time and focusing on the children. So in the long run, divorcing when you realize that you and your partner can no longer manage the affairs of living together is a better choice than staying together for the children more than you need to for their health and well-being, because your health and well-being affects theirs. Thank you for listening to today's question. If you would like to know more about divorce or would like to submit your own question, please visit us on Facebook or subscribe to our newsletter.
The materials provided in this article are for informational purposes only. Use of and access to this article or any of the links contained within the article or website do not create a relationship between the author and the user or browser. We are professionals that have been trained and have experience in assisting individuals going through a divorce. Please click on divorceintexas.org for information about this service as well as privacy policy and terms of use. We are not lawyers and do not provide legal advice.